All right. Welcome to this session where we shall be talking about evaluation plan. With regards to evaluation plan, we need to know the significance of evaluation plan. You know, you cannot just go and undertake evaluation without setting a plan. So you must be able to identify what kind of activities are very much related to evaluation of the program. So first of all, you need to get used to the terms of reference. It is out of terms of reference that will assist you in terms of developing the evaluation plan. And the evaluation plan is very important. As I said in the other session, that when you are looking at evaluation plan, it assists you to examine whether the project is performing as the way you plan or not. So you must evaluate. And those people who are evaluating, they must be, it is good and good practice to say those people who are evaluating the project, they should be differentiated from those people who are planning the project. So it's not good to find someone who has planned the project at the same time is also going to evaluate the project. That's not good practice. Maybe with the midterm evaluation, that one, it's okay, because we are expecting that at the end of the day, with the midterm evaluation, it means you shall be able to get a lesson. That is just for a lesson. But for the final evaluation, it is good we identify an independent person, a consultant, and others who can fit to carry out the exercise so that they can advise the management accordingly. That is the evaluation issues. Now, as I said, evaluation can help an organization extract relevant information from past and ongoing activities that can be used as the basis for program tuning, and therefore it is very important for future planning. You need to develop an evaluation plan so that it can help you plan for the future and examine whether you need to restart the project or not. So this is one of the areas that we say evaluation, it will help in terms of your organization to identify the future planning needs and other related activities. So you also need to know with regards to evaluation that you need to assess yourself whether you are moving in the right direction or you are not moving in the right direction. So the only thing that will help you is when you carry out the evaluation. So it is very important for managers to prepare the timelines for the implementation of the evaluation. And this exercise should not be underestimated. And make sure that you have an ample time to prepare the plans and ensure if you are going to use consultant, make sure that consultants are in place to assist you, and you need to identify how are you going to involve them. Now, what is evaluation plan? As you can see right there, when we talk about evaluation plan, we say is a written document that describe how you will monitor and evaluate your program or project, as well as how you will intend to use evaluation results for project improvement and decision making. That is the evaluation plan. And that is very important for us. And you prepare the documents. At the end of the day, you will use that one for monitoring. At the same time, you can use it for evaluation of your program. So that is the evaluation plan. The evaluation plan clarify how you will describe the what, the how, and why it matters for your program. You see? That is evaluation plan. So the general context regarding planning. Planning is just about the process of setting goals developing strategies, outlining the implementation arrangements, and allocating resources to achieve goals. So it is important to understand that planning involves looking at the number of different processes. Number one, you'll be looking at the vision, the goals or objectives that are supposed to be achieved within the project. And also you need to look at the strategies. You need to examine what type of strategies that will be applied during project executions. You need also to determine resources in terms of financial resources, in terms of human resources, and others. These are very important. You should be knowing that is part of planning. And you need to also to outline implementation arrangements that might include evaluating progress towards achieving visions and goals. So when evaluation plan, we say evaluation plan must start at the beginning of the project. So you must identify, you must plan yourself. How are you going to carry evaluation? And it should be part of your plan. So what we say here is that evaluation, because it's part of the project and it is a very sensitive part, we say planning for evaluation should occur as part of other planning activities that are associated with the project startup. So that is very important. You need also to understand, you need to form a team. So you must identify the team for evaluation. You see what type of people that will be involved during evaluation. You need to identify. So why do you want evaluation plan? These are the kind of things that you need to ask yourself. You see, why do you want evaluation plan? You should remember, just as using roadmap facilitate progress on a long journey, an evaluation plan can clarify what direction your evaluation should take based on priorities, resources, time, and skills. The process of developing an evaluation plans in cooperation with the evaluation working groups of stakeholders foster collaboration and sense of shared purpose. So we should be knowing that when you are carrying out evaluation, it should not be a one-man show, but you need to involve other people, different stakeholders in the process, even if it is a consultant doing it, but you should not underestimate the power of stakeholders, because stakeholders have more power to influence the project. So you need to clarify them in terms of strength and weakness and how you do involve them during the evaluation process. So having a written evaluation plan will foster transparency and ensure that the stakeholders are on the same page with regards to purpose, use, and users of evaluation results. A good evaluation plan needs smart objectives. They must be specific, they must be measurable, they must be achievable, they must be realistic, they must be time-bound. What are the principles for evaluation plan? Number one is ownership. Ownership. When you're developing the evaluation plan, make sure or ensure there is ownership in the process. And also, stakeholders must own. Those people involved in the activities of planning, they must own the process. And also, make sure you engage stakeholders. So engagement of stakeholders is significant. You must also focus on results. And also, focus on development effectiveness. Is it effective or it's not effective? Whatever is being carried out in the project, you need to ask yourself. So apart from saying that, we need to ask ourselves, are there benefits of planning while we are carrying out the evaluation? You see, so planning enables us to know what should be done and when. Okay, what should be done? This is the exercise of planning. What should be done? Without proper planning, projects may be implemented at the wrong time and with the wrong outcome, with the wrong directions, and so on. So that's why you need to take planning. Planning helps mitigate and manage crisis and ensure smooth implementation of the project. And also we say planning improves focus on priorities and leads to more efficient use of time, money, and other resources. That is planning. Planning helps determine what success will look like. That is planning. So, what are the key steps in developing and implementing monitoring and evaluation plan? You see, the key steps when you are developing monitoring and evaluation plan, number one, you must involve the stakeholders. This is ensure stakeholders consultation and participation. So you must define yourself the process for the stakeholders' involvement. You must develop the roadmap for stakeholders' engagement. And you need also to translate the problem statements, the programs, goals, and objectives into monitoring and evaluation framework. That is very important. Establish a scope for monitoring and evaluation plan, and also develop a monitoring and evaluation framework that will help you to undertake the activities. You also define the indicator and identify data sources. Where are you going to get those data? You see, determine monitoring and evaluation methods. Which method are you going to use when you are collecting information? Are you going to use group focus discussion groups, or maybe you're going to use interview, or you're going to maybe you're going to save people with questionnaires and all those kind of things. If you find you prepare yourself with questionnaires that will be disputed to people, that will be your decision. So you need to determine how many should go for questionnaires, how many should go for focus group discussion, how many should go for mails, how many should go for observations, and so on. So these are the methods that you can find yourself using, and who is going to be responsible in data collection process. So you also develop the data collection plan. That will be part of you to develop that plan. And another one, you need to set targets. What are the targets? Define a reporting system, utilization and dissemination of results, and those kind of things. Now, in terms of stakeholders consultation, you must consult them. So you need to communicate with the different stakeholders to know their roles and responsibility. So you must develop the framework for monitoring and evaluation, and you select indicators, you set targets, you review the results. Now, the process to involve the stakeholders, as I said, you need to identify yourself who are the key stakeholders into this project, when will they be involved, and how will they be involved, what challenge might arise. You see, how will you address those challenges when it arises? You see, all those kind of things. So you must involve in your process of stakeholders engagement. So you need also to translate the program goals and objectives into monitoring and evaluation framework. So at this point, translate the problem statement, the goals and objectives into the framework that can be objectively measured. You see, that can be measured clearly. What do you want to know at the end of the programs? These are the questions you ask. What do we expect to change by the end of the program? You see, these are the questions that at the end of the day, you'll find yourself asking most of the time. So, and the other things that you find are very important during translating the program goals and objectives. That includes identify what needs to be measured to guide indicator selections. So which indicator and how you will do that one. The scope for evaluation, of course, everybody understands that evaluation scope narrows the focus of the evaluation by setting the boundaries for what the evaluation will and will not cover in the meeting of evaluation purpose. So you need to know the scope of your coverage. The scope specifies those aspects of initiatives and its context that are within the boundaries of evaluation. The scope define, for example, the system related to the programs, policies, strategies, and so on. You see the time periods for the implementation that will be covered, the funds actually expended in the project, geographical coverage, and the target groups, or the different types of beneficiaries that you think you will be consulting them. So these are the things that you'll find yourself having at the end of the day when we talk about the scope. So you will need to assess the project itself in terms of geographical coverage, and that will determine the scope of your activities. And also, when we talk right here about evaluation tasks, one of the evaluation tasks is for you to develop the terms of reference. The terms of reference, make sure that you prepare early as much as you can. If it is a consultant assignment, make sure you prepare not more than, it should be less than 3 months before the mission is being carried out. And therefore, it is important for you to prepare the terms of reference. And the terms of reference must be reviewed, and different stakeholders should be consulted while developing the terms of reference. And you select the team, you contact the team, you give them contract, you show them the terms of reference for those people who will be working. And also you can do some desk review. You can also outline different methods that would be used, and you can propose any type of thing that you find it is important. Any type of meeting that is carried out, you also need to brief, and you organize, you sit, you review, and you can organize some sort of meetings to make sure that you are very serious with the work, you see, and so on and so on. These are things that we find at the end of the day. If there is terms of reference and other issues, you need to make sure you know these tasks that are very important. When you are carrying out, you need to prepare yourself, because you are working in a team. You'll be receiving different comments from different people. So you see, because you are not doing as a group, you may find yourself dividing into subgroups. So each group will be reporting back to you. So you need to make sure that you take notes and you finalize the report from different groups from the team. You see, and also each team might be proposing the recommendation. You sum them up and you prepare the matrix, and you must be ready for negotiating. You're presenting it for your findings. Those are very critical, and strategy on how you can disseminate your findings. These are very important tasks that you can find yourself having during evaluation. Now, how do you write evaluation plan? Evaluation plan, as usual, it must have a title page, and and also intended use and users, you see, and also you must have the project descriptions that provide the opportunity for building a shared understanding of the theory of change driving the program itself. And also you need to have a stakeholders engagement plan. In terms of program descriptions, what you should have, you can have a table like that one that will describe about resources. You see right here on the table, we have resources or the inputs, and then we shall, this is the column, we shall have column for activities, and we shall have the column for output, and then we can have column for outcome. Then we can, in terms of outcome, we have the short one and we have the long term. So all these must be described in your program description. And the stakeholders engagement plan, that one will include things like this. You see on this table right here, on the column, you have a stakeholder's name, and also this is the first column, and the stakeholders category, you see, and also we have the interest or perspective, the interest, the power in terms of participants, you see, and also you have another column that is a role in evaluation. In the evaluation, you just state their strength in terms of their role for each stage, and that is very important for us to understand about program descriptions, and also as well as the stakeholders engagement plan. These are part of the attachment in our documents, and we must be knowing all these while we are setting the priority. Evaluation questions associated with data collection methods. You must also develop a plan for what type of questions, evaluation questions. So you shall have evaluation questions, and then you shall have data collection methods, and also the data sources. This is the plan that you need to have when you are developing your evaluation plan, and it's very important to have. So the data collection plan, of course, you shall have evaluation questions, and also you shall have data collection methods. Which method are you going to use, and activities needed on this one, and the person responsible, the dates you indicate right there. And also we say data analysis plan. With the data analysis plan, it means you are talking of the way you will be able to analyze your data. And when you consider about this, it is important you look at that, and the analysis to be performed, data to be analyzed, personnel responsible, people who are responsible with their dates. And in terms of indicators and standard, you set up evaluation questions, criteria or indicators, and also standards, any kind of standards, what constitutes success that you think is important for you. You need also to include the evaluation team in terms of their qualifications and experience. If they have been carrying out evaluation with the different projects, so you need, in your plans, you need to include their qualifications and experience, and how many activities they have been doing with the different types of projects. You include their qualification and the level of education. You also need to include about roles and responsibilities of the evaluation team members. Right here, you shall have individuals, and you shall have a title or roles, and then you shall have responsibilities, who is going to be responsible. And these are roles and responsibility of evaluation team members. You need also to include evaluation work plan. What are the work plans that you think are very important for you to start using? And the analysis and interpretation of the plan itself. You need to clarify how information will be analyzed and described. Use dissemination and sharing plans. Describe the plans for use of evaluation results. How is that going to be used? You also need to estimate the budget for evaluation mission, as well as you make conclusion and a recommendation regarding the plans. So these are some of the things that will include when you are talking about evaluation plan. Now, with regards to evaluation plans, this is very important for us to know, and everybody should be knowing about that. Let me stop here for now. We meet another session where we shall talk about evaluation worksheet. Thank you.